Alright, ladies and gentlemen, what is going on? Phil here live on the stream. Today is Friday, April 20th, 2018. And it is the big premiere day of God of War. So welcome, guys, to the beginning of what's going to be a day-long streaming extravaganza of God of War, okay? So I got a bunch of stuff to talk about on the pre-stream. Some real talk kind of stuff. First of all, I want to forewarn all of you, I'm kind of tired, all right? Which sucks. Heading into a day of new release content of one of the biggest releases, if not the biggest release of the past couple of years. It really sucks being tired going into it. There's good reason for it, which we're going to talk about here on the pre-stream today. But I just want to welcome all of you. I see many people are joining the stream right now as the pre-stream begins. I think many people have finally realized that gameplay doesn't start until, like, 11:30 at the earliest. And so, people who want to hear the pre-stream show up now, but people who actually want to see the gameplay show up a little bit later. I've been noticing that during the Bloodborne streams this week. So, I'm sitting here drinking a Kickstart energy drink from Mountain Dew way faster than I usually do because I am tired. So why am I tired? What's going on? Well, guys, last night, FYI, I did a special late night stream of the release of God of War. God of War Unlocked in the United States at 9 p.m. Pacific time, midnight Eastern time on everyone's PlayStation 4s digitally. And so I played the game for about 2.5 hours live on stream. And in general, the game seems pretty good. All right. The plot is intriguing because so far you have no idea why Kratos is in the Nordic lands. Apparently the Nords know that he's there and are sending emissaries / whatever after him to get him. We don't know who Kratos' son is yet. Apparently Kratos had this kid with some woman who, at the very beginning of the game, is dead. So we don't know who the woman is. Maybe that's going to be a big mystery. Who knows? There's a lot going on in the game. The combat's interesting. I like the mechanic that you have both ranged combat with the axe and, melee combos with the axe, but also you can throw the axe and then do stun combos and executions, which have always been a part of God of War, a part of it. You kick enemies off ledges, which is cool. There's been a lot of good stuff in regards to God of War. It seemed pretty solid so far. Puzzle solving already. There's several puzzles in the game. So it does actually seem like a big combination of many things. It seems like a combination of combat and gameplay from games like, I hate to say this, Rise, Son of Rome. In one way, it seems like the combat is like, but obviously it seems like it's going to be much better than that, okay? And I kind of get that vibe of Rise, Son of Rome because it's very good graphics with, a third-person combat-style engine. But unlike Rise, Son of Rome, the combat actually seems like it's going to be robust, different, and, juggles and combos that are much better, okay? You've got a cooperative aspect with your son Atreus when you're doing puzzles. Very similar to, say, games like The Last of Us, where it was, Joel and Ellie, who were constantly doing, like, cooperative things. He would boost her up to a ledge. She would look for something to throw down to him. It's kind of the same thing, the same kind of mechanic, all right? And I like it. The graphics are outstanding. I think everyone knew that was going to be, though. Like, the graphics are really damn good. It almost looks like a seamless movie, like a 3D rendered movie that you get to control, which is pretty damn cool, all right? So pretty good. So I played it for 2.5 hours yesterday. People loved the stream. I want to say shout out to anyone who was here late night last night and enjoyed the late night premiere. People were also very supportive during that stream, so thank you very much for that, okay? So then, here it is. It's like, 11:30 at night. Typically, I'd already be relaxing or whatever, but instead I'm like, well, I put in the time and effort for a nice late night stream. The first one I've done in a million years. Now time to upload the videos to YouTube. And so the bullshit began. At this point, I'm so disillusioned with YouTube, all right? And I just want to say this, guys, up front, all right? Thank you guys for the last year where being on Twitch has been such a positive and fun experience. It has been, all right, adjusting my style to being more interactive with you guys on stream, all right, live streaming so many fun games with you over the past year, growing as a content creator and a streamer, you know, I really feel this last year has been night and day from when I used to just do stuff for YouTube. When my primary focus was YouTube and I felt like I was in an isolation booth playing games by myself and I had to kind of ignore any distractions from stream chat and ignore anything going on. I must focus on the game solely and hide any kind of fourth wall breaking for anyone watching the playthrough on YouTube. Quite frankly, I think that that doing things the way I've done them on Twitch is better, and it's the future. And if anything, what it's shown me is that I have an incredible amount of strong supporters who love what I do on a daily basis. They love the content. They love the daily live streams, the dedication I put into them. And they come out and they support, right? If it wasn't for Twitch, I would not be here. It's that simple. In fact, Twitch, you know, has overcome what I make on YouTube. I'm making more now on Twitch on a monthly basis than I do on YouTube. So all I need to do is keep plugging at it, keep growing the Twitch channel, keep getting more viewership, keep getting more people in, and hopefully, eventually, Twitch will be the main thing, the big focus, while YouTube could just be an afterthought, okay? Sadly, I'm not in that situation yet. I'm just not, okay? Right now, I'm still beholden to YouTube's bullshit algorithms and automated systems, and I depend on ad revenue from YouTube to keep food on the table, to pay the bills, you know what I mean? I still need them. It sucks, because I really disagree with the vast majority of things the company has done in the past 5+ years. I think the management is horrible. I think they're lost as a company. They don't know who they are or what they want. And I think a lot of their practices are completely underhanded, if not illegal. All right? I don't like them. And it sucks because I started 10 years ago on YouTube. This is my 10th anniversary as a content creator. It was a completely different place back then. And over the years, they've just gotten worse and worse and worse. I mean, and everyone knows the situation with YouTube and how horrible things are with the people that they allow to put out toxic content and make millions of dollars on their website. It's a joke. All right, it is. So last night, after the late night premiere stream of God of War, I go to YouTube to upload the videos. And I have 11 videos of God of War, okay, 11. As I'm uploading these videos, okay, first video immediately gets stricken for content ID match. What the fuck? Okay, let me see what it is. It's the soundtrack. Is it, oh, there was a, you know, a licensed song from a third-party real band that they bought and put into the game? No, it's the fucking background music of the game. You've got to be joking me. So what that means is Sony Music Entertainment System, whoever the fuck they are, decided that this soundtrack of God of War is so good, we're going to try to sell it as an album. Which, by the way, doesn't sell very well typically, usually. Especially when you buy the collector's editions of these games, they usually come with the soundtrack anyway. But for whatever reason, Sony Music thinks that they want to protect the copyrights on the cinematic soundtrack of the game, which is an integral part of the game. If you mute it, now you're playing a muted video game, so you're losing a big part of the atmosphere of the game if you do so. All right? So they demonetize the video. That's bullshit. So I go in and I say, screw this. I'm going to try to use YouTube's tools, because YouTube has a few tools built into the website to try to make this video viable so that I can still make money. I mean, it's part 1 of the playthrough. This would be one thing if it were like, oh, you know, part 10. Okay, well, there's been 9 parts, and the vast majority of people who watch my playthroughs watch the first 10 parts. So, especially part 1 always will have the most views of any playthrough I ever play. To have part 1 demonetized is like basically a big screw job. All right, it is. It's a huge screw job. It would certainly be one thing if it were a later part. Okay, I'll take the hit. You know, I'm going to put out hundreds of parts of God of War. I'll take, you know, a few hits here and there. I don't need to make money on every video of the playthrough. Fair enough. But part 1 is a no-go. I have to be able to monetize part 1. It's the part everyone watches. All right. So, first, I try to have YouTube remove the song. Error, can't do it. Great. Well, that's stupid. Then I try to have YouTube mute the song. Oh, doesn't work. It mutes the whole video instead. Oy vey, good lord. All right. Let me try to superimpose music over the video so you don't hear the song. Now the music superimposes over the entire video and you can't hear any of the audio of the video. You've got to be joking. It's like, these are the tools YouTube puts in place. The tools are absolutely god-awful. They're terrible. Okay? So then, I said, enough of this. Enough of this. I'm not going to put up with it anymore. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to edit the video myself. Now, keep in mind, it's already midnight now. So normally by now, I'd be relaxing, you know, winding down for the day, getting ready to sleep so that I can be up the next day to stream. No, instead, I'm sitting in front of my computer, frustrated as hell, trying to figure out how I'm going to do this. All right. So I throw part 1 into the video editor that I have. And I was like, all right, here's the part. I think it said like from 11 minutes and 10 seconds up to 12 minutes, it plays this background copywritten song. So I purposely mute that 1 minute of audio. Now, the good news is there's no dialogue or anything during that minute. It's just the music playing and a bunch of stuff happening on screen. It's a cutscene. Okay, no problem. So I mute it. I edit it. You know, it takes about 15, 20 minutes. Upload the video again to YouTube. All right, it's live. It's good. Oh, content ID match. What? I took out the music. Oh, well, now it's content ID match, a completely different part of the video for background music. You've got to be fucking kidding me. So I head back into my video editor. I take out another minute of background music from another part of the video. I re-edit the video. I upload to YouTube. Another half hour passed. Okay, content ID match. A third part of the video now has copywritten music in it. It's like, what the fuck? Are you kidding me? Like, this is a nightmare at what is going on, right? So first of all, the fact that Sony thinks they can double dip, which is exactly what they're doing. So not only, you know, is there music in the game, right, that people have already been paid for to have this music in the game. Now we're going to double dip and we're going to try to steal, you know, people's revenue who use that music. Now, I understand, okay, someone ripped the whole soundtrack of the game and is trying to monetize just the soundtrack of the game. But that's not what this is. This is the natural game that someone paid a licensing fee to play and create a Let's Play with. Therefore, it should be protected. However, again, this is YouTube's fault because their copyright system is automated and it doesn't discern between, oh, someone who just stole the soundtrack and uploaded it to YouTube to try to make money, or, oh, this is a legitimate Let's Play of the video game where someone already paid a licensing fee, therefore this shouldn't apply. This is 100% YouTube's fault because they're lazy and they use automated systems. All right? It's completely objective. There's no subjectivity to it. So everyone gets caught under the blanket garbage instead of it actually working. All right? And the bottom line is, this, folks, that Sony probably never intends when they, for example, they load their soundtrack into the content ID system of YouTube. They're not intending that Let's Players or streamers or anyone who's playing the game isn't going to be able to make money on their playthrough. That's not their intention. They just want it so that no one can steal their soundtrack and try to make money off of it. But again, YouTube systems are so broken because they're automated garbage. That's why that happens. So in reality, I would not blame Sony at all. You got to blame YouTube's broken garbage systems because they're lazy. Okay? So, you know, all this pissing me the hell off. All right? Like, I'm losing my mind on this. It's now been over an hour. I still can't get this video to monetize on YouTube. I was like, this is a nightmare. So I'm like, okay, here's what I'm going to do. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to edit the video again. And I'm going to cut out all of the audio, starting when the cutscene starts until the end of the video. 3 minutes. Basically 3 minutes of dead air. Now, the good news is there's like 2 lines of dialogue in that 3 minutes. The bottom line is, though, it's bad because I was doing commentary. You can't hear my commentary. It is what it is, I guess. All right? So I edit the video again, a 4th time. This time, I upload it to YouTube. Oh my God, I can't believe it. It actually worked. It didn't content ID match it. But then wait till you hear this, because I didn't talk about this on social media. All right? Here we go, guys. Get ready. All right? Get ready. Are you ready? I should do a drum roll. Hold on. Here we go. Where is it? I think this is it. Ladies and gentlemen, demonetized. Yeah. Demonetized. fucking demonetized. So after over almost 2 hours of working on this video, okay, to get it in jive with what YouTube wants for ad revenue purposes, getting the copywritten music out of the video, they demonetize the fucking video and say it's not suitable for all advertisers. You've got to be kidding me. You've got to be kidding me. So immediately I appeal it. And the good news is, I guess YouTube has definitely tweaked their demonetization system. Okay? I don't know how or why, but it seems to me if I get a demonetized video now, I can immediately put it up for manual review. And usually it gets resolved within like an hour. And I don't know how, because I know they don't have a staff of 50,000 people reviewing videos or anything. But it seems to me like, I think sometimes they just give you the benefit of the doubt. Especially if you're like maybe a big standing channel or whatever. I don't know. But all I know is last night, as all this was going on, 5 of the God of War videos got demonetized. Out of the 11 that I uploaded, 5, so about half, were demonetized. However, I submitted them all for, appeal. And within like 30 minutes, they all had ads on them again. All right. What a nightmare. Now, in addition to that, okay, the same thing happened on part 6 of the playthrough. Now, part 6, for those who don't know, is the big first boss fight. And I'm trying my best not to spoil for you guys, for those of you who haven't had a chance to watch yet. There's a big first boss fight. It's very high octane. It's very fun. And if it's the spirit of what all the boss fights are going to be in the game, I'm actually really excited about the rest of the game. All right. So, part 6, same thing, demonetized for music. So I'm like, what am I supposed to do? I just spent 2 hours editing this fucking video. I can't spend another 2 hours. It's already, at this point, it was 1 a.m. in the morning. Okay? So I'm like, what am I going to do here? Let me think about this. So I said, what I'll try to just do, I think I'll just try to use, again, a YouTube tool. Because sometimes the YouTube tools work. All right? So I think I told it to remove the song. I'm not positive. But I just told it to do something. And I said, I can't sit here anymore. I've been here for 2.5 extra hours. I'm tired as fuck. I just want to go downstairs, have a quick, a drink of something, maybe a quick snack, watch something for like an hour, and then get to sleep because I'm beat. And now I'm emotionally pissed. I'm physically tired. I'm mentally drained from doing all this shit. A late night stream in particular, I don't usually do late night streams like that. I did one as a special event, and then I get stuck in the office for 3 more goddamn hours. So finally, I said, all right, I'm just going to let this do whatever. So I let it do whatever. I don't even know what it did. I go to sleep, and I wake up this morning, and I get people on Twitter telling me the video is completely muted. I'm like, what the I didn't tell it to mute the video. I didn't say mute this video. I think I said, like, remove the song. So again, YouTube's tools proving completely useless. Yeah. And it's, it's just so stupid. All right. I'm losing my mind at this point. So this morning, I went on there and I said, fuck it. Just undo whatever I did. Let's just have it go back. It'll have full audio. I won't make any money on part 6. I give up. I tap out. I've had enough. All I want to do is enjoy God of War, a game that is one of the most anticipated games in a long time. All right. And I want to have fun playing the game. I don't want to have to have all this shit in the back of my mind. Now, do you guys see why I want to be free of YouTube? Because I'm tired of this. All I want to do is play this game and have fun with you guys. That's it. That's all I want. But I got to worry constantly now about every video I upload will be demonetized, flagged for fucking demonetization, content ID. What is this bullshit? Enough is enough. I mean, YouTube is so fucked at this point. Yeah, now here's the kicker on top of all this, guys. Here's the kicker on top of all this stuff. All right. The reason I really am bringing this up. There was a big article yesterday, and I apologize because I have completely forgotten who the publication was. It was a major financial news website that published this article, and I forget who it was, but they said they launched an investigation 1 year later. Remember, 1 year ago, there was the big YouTube adpocalypse, right? Where YouTube lost a ton of advertisers because advertisers had discovered that their advertisements, due to YouTube's automatic algorithms, were automatically running on videos that had terrorist content, racist content, extremist political content, that kind of stuff. And basically advertisers said, we don't want to have anything to do with this, therefore we're pulling our ads. You remember that, right? Okay, so in the last year, YouTube turned on all of their demonetization algorithms. Oh, we're going to automatically demonetize any video that seems like it's not friendly for advertisers. That way advertisers will come back to the site, right? Ladies and gentlemen, just to test the waters, 1 year later, this financial publication / website did their own research investigation. And guess what they found out? None of YouTube's changes have done a damned thing. They found white supremacist channels, racist channels saying derogatory things about black people, all kinds of derogatory things about Jewish people. And on those videos, full advertisements from Under Armour, big advertisers were playing their ads on those videos. So those videos are fine. But, these common videos that all of us put out are not fine, according to YouTube's automated algorithm bullshit, okay? It's ridiculously stupid. It doesn't work. So all of YouTube's automated garbage that they turned on in the past year doesn't work, which is what everyone's been saying all year, but YouTube just goes, neener, 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 we know better than you, and they stick their fingers in their ears, and they don't listen. Just like usual, right? So, by the way, here's what happened. I don't know if you guys heard this. Under Armour has pulled all their advertisements from YouTube. In a response to this investigation, this article was released yesterday, and this financial news organization contacted Under Armour and said, in particular, we found your ads on all of these videos. What do you think? And Under Armour said, we're canceling our contract with YouTube. Isn't that nice? So now we all suffer because once again, another year has passed and YouTube is completely inept at what they do. They automate everything. It doesn't work. And we all get screwed. Anyone who makes videos on YouTube literally just got screwed again. There you go. How nice, right? Ridiculous. But, it is what it is. When you have an automated business, when you become the top video sharing website on the planet and you don't actually have any kind of workforce to actually have your website work. Instead, you just write algorithms and you just believe that's going to work because you think you have a hyper intelligent staff. And when people come to you with concrete evidence that things are going wrong, like people are being automatically unsubbed, we're losing ad revenue on our channels and going out of business because your algorithms don't work, and YouTube just says, oh, well, we know better than you. Well, guess what? We get into the situation we are today, So that being said, guys, that's why I want to be free of YouTube. I do. I mean, listen, don't get me wrong. 10 years as a content creator. This has been my 10th anniversary. 10 years ago, I uploaded my first gameplay videos to YouTube ever. All right. And I love my viewers on YouTube, but I hate the platform. We need someone in a major way to step up and say, enough is enough. This website is garbage. It doesn't work. We need a competent company to step up and do what YouTube does at the capacity that YouTube does it. I really hope that the rumors are true that Amazon is working on this, because we saw last year they had a big, they were either copywriting or trademarking or patenting something to do with it. I hope it's true. I really do. Because at this point, I just can't take it anymore, man. I'm to the point where I'm just losing my mind. Every day when I'm on YouTube, there's more bullshit, new bullshit. And enough is enough. I can't have my livelihood controlled by an automated website. I just can't. When I'm on Twitch, my livelihood is dependent on how entertaining I am to you guys. And the more entertaining I am, the more supportive you are. It's crowdfunding. And crowdfunding works. If you put out a quality product and the crowd that watches it likes it, they will support you. That is a working model right there, okay? Now, yes, it could be fickle, because any day something can happen that turns people off, or maybe you're doing a game that's not so hot or whatever, I understand that. But in general, what I've seen in the past year is that what I've done on Twitch has been far more successful and seen growth, unlike what I've done on YouTube. Because YouTube, you're at the whim of YouTube's changes and algorithms and bullshit. I was so popular at one point on YouTube, and then they completely changed their algorithms and their website, and all my stuff fell out of all the rankings. And it's, it is what it is. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and have sour lemons about it, but at the same time, I want to be in control of my destiny. I don't want to be, I'm at the whim of an automated robot that thinks that something is not good and flags it for content ID or flags it for copyright, and now all my hard work is completely worthless, right? There you go. I've had enough. So all I can say is this, guys, all right? Thank you very much for your support here on Twitch. FYI, this is the place to be if you actually want to see the gameplay undestroyed by YouTube's bullshit algorithms. This is the place to be. You got to be here live every day when I'm streaming. It sucks because even, by the way, even the archive streams here on Twitch have all been muted because of this soundtrack of God of War. So you can't even watch archives of God of War on Twitch. They've all been muted. All right. So it sucks, but thank you for your support during the live streams. All right. And real talk, guys, real talk. In order for me to continue to do this for a living, full time, if you guys enjoy what I do, if you appreciate the 10-year legacy of me doing it and you want to see me keep doing it, all right, the streams are the place to be and the place to be supported. You know, YouTube, yes, I will continue to upload videos over there, but that is the past. It is the past. It was a format of the past, the place to be. It's not anymore. It's become such a toxic, just frustrating, you know, stressful environment to try to do anything in. What's the point? You know? It really sucks. So, my rant is over. Thank you for listening, guys. Apologies that I wanted to get that off my chest because it was driving me nuts. Moving forward with God of War, I mean, it might keep happening. As I said, it's not a big deal to me. If every few videos a video gets demonetized, I don't care. All right? But for me, part 1 of the playthrough was like, that's do or die. That's going to be the part that's going to get the most views out of the entirety of the playthrough. There's no way I can not have, you know, monetization on part 1. That's insane, okay? So, please, guys, please, whatever you can do, you know, if you're here on the streams, spread the word about the streams. Let people know Phil live streams, and it's great stuff. Come check them out. You know, word of mouth is key. When you're on social media, on my Twitter, retweet, fave my tweets. That gives me extra exposure. I can't really ask for more on streams. You guys have been amazing with your support on streams, right? Everything you guys do, I can't complain. So I'm not even going to say, I'm just saying whatever we can do to let people know the streams are the place to be. YouTube is the past. You know, the more people I can get on my streams, the more people we can get into this, the better. All right. All right. I'm done with the negativity. I'm done with it. It's done. I'm not going to mention it again today. All right. Thank you guys for your support. We're going to have a full day of God of War ahead of us. I'm pumped. I hope you guys are pumped too. God of War all day long here. I'm going to be playing 4 hours on this first gameplay stream and then another 2 hours later tonight. All right. Sounds good? Thumbs up, guys? Okay. All right. So, folks, very quickly, let me get into the plugs segment. We'll cover the plugs quickly, and then we will jump into the shout-outs because a lot of people here have been supportive, cheering, subbing, and tipping. So I just want to let you guys know. Actually, it's been all cheering this morning, so far anyway. But I want to give shout-outs where shout-outs are due. Okay? So, let's do this. All right? Sound good? All right, guys. So, thank you very much for your viewership on my streams, and obviously the viewership you give me on YouTube despite the frustrations I have over there. I'm greatly appreciative. A 10-year legacy is something that's to be, you know, applauded, celebrated, and I'm very grateful for all the success I've had in the past decade, all right? If you enjoy what I do live on stream every day, and if you enjoy all the videos I put out on YouTube on a daily basis, and you want to see it continue, obviously watching is the best way to support. However, there are other ways, if you'd like to go above and beyond, that you can support my efforts to keep doing this, all right? The first is Patreon at patreon.com/darksidephil. Now, in particular, this month of April, in particular, this is a great month for you to become a patron of mine because we've already hit the subscriber goal that I had set here on Twitch, which means that we have a special event coming up for patrons this month called Patron's Choice, all right? If you're not aware, the way this works, okay, is if you pledge $5 or more to my Patreon by the end of April, so you got, 10 days left, you'll be able to nominate and then vote on games for a new upcoming game playthrough. It'll be a full playthrough, all right, that I'll be playing from start to finish, right here on Twitch and also on YouTube. It'll be a downtime game that I can balance with all the other new releases. Already, I've heard some really great suggestions like Eternal Darkness or a second and third run through Nier Automata or Jack 3 or Final Fantasy 9. That's just a couple of the games people have suggested that I play for this Patron's Choice playthrough, all right? I can't wait to see what people nominate and vote on, all right? And the bottom line is, those who actually pledge to Patreon and participate in this event have unprecedented amounts of power over my content. Because typically, and this is no exaggeration, typically only around 20 to 30 people, even though I have like 200 people who pledge to my Patreon, only around 20 to 30 people usually participate in an event like this. So just think about that. That's huge amount of control, especially if you nominate a game that people end up thinking is good, and now everyone ends up voting on it. It may become the playthrough, and you could literally control a playthrough that thousands of people are watching for weeks. Think about that amount of control, right? So there you go. Thank you guys very much for all of your support. Those of you who already pledged to my Patreon, but if you don't, you may want to consider pledging this month to get in on this event. Only 10 days left to do that over at patreon.com/darksidephil, all right? Now, by the way, there's other things you could get for being a patron as well, including text or verbal shout-outs in my videos, being a part of the Ask the King Q&A show that happens every other month. It's actually happening next week, by the way, coming up on Thursday, on the 26th. Or you can even get a private Q&A video made. For all those details, check out the website, patreon.com/darksidephil. And thanks very much for considering supporting. Thanks, guys. All right. Number 2, I have a Teespring merchandise store where you can get some really cool stuff, including shirts, hoodies, stickers, mugs, and the like. Really cool collectibles, swag, whatever you want to call it. High quality stuff. I frequently wear it on stream. I own several of the shirts as well as the sweatshirt and the mug. I mean, the mug I drink out of every day here live on stream. Okay. So good stuff. Please consider buying something from it. And if you do, I get a commission from any sale, excuse me. And it helps me out. So check it out. teespring.com/stores/DSPGaming. All right. And then last but not least, guys, obviously, if you're here live on the stream, all right, and you're excited, you're pumped, more God of War, like 6+ more hours of gameplay today. I'm just as pumped as you are. Last night, the 2.5 hours that I played was really good, and I'm looking forward to a lot more here today, okay? If you're hyped and you're excited and you want to get a shout out during the stream, there's 3 ways that you can do that. Number 1, if you cheer with bits. Number 2, if you subscribe to the channel. Or number 3, if you tip me. If you do any of those 3 things, I'm going to give you a shout out during the course of today's stream. All right? Now, a couple quick ground rules. Number 1, please be as concise as possible. As short-winded as, least amount of words. If you do a paragraph of text, chances are I'm not going to read the whole thing out on stream. And the shorter the better, because the shorter message you have, the quicker I can read it and respond to it, right? Number 2, please keep it positive. Please don't do cheers that are trying to insult people or me or, be negative or bring up another, oh my God, Phil, did you hear that this YouTuber insulted you today? I don't care. I don't care about any of that crap. I really don't. At this point, I just want to be a positive, fun streamer who's playing games, for the heck of enjoying them and sharing that experience with you guys on a daily basis. That's all I care about. I don't want to hear about any of that shit, all right? So please, no talks of religion or politics and stuff like that in the shout-outs. You guys know in general, we're here for gameplay and fun stuff in that regard. I don't mind a joke here or there. I don't mind a meme picking fun at me here or there. But I don't want the whole entirety of the stream to become negative stuff. All right? Okay. And then, if you guys would like to go a step further and get visual recognition for any contributions on today's stream, well, if you cheer 50 bits or more, if you subscribe to the channel and after a couple minutes, a share button should appear if you click on that share button. All right. Or if you tip me $5 or more, if you do any of those things, all right, we're actually going to get a visual animation that's going to pop up on screen. And these have been designed by longtime viewer, fan, and chat moderator Popsicolo. So shout out to him for his, making those for us and making the streams a lot better, in my opinion. So yeah, pretty cool that you can get both visual and verbal recognition for contributions. All right. Now, couple quick things, and then we'll get to the shout-outs. Number 1, subscribers. I know a lot of you are dying to know, where are we at subscribers-wise? How are we doing subscribers-wise? What's going on with subscribers? Well, it's good news. We're currently at 459 subscribers, guys, we're only 16 subscribers away from hitting the tier 2 monthly goal of 475 subs. We could do that. I mean, today, we're doing a full day of God of War. We're going to have way more people on stream than we usually do. Just in general, we're going to see more people coming in. We could definitely hit that today. What do you get if you become a subscriber of my channel? Number one, you get access to all of my emotes. A lot of people really like some of these emotes. In particular, that DSP Pepe emote seems to be one of the most popular ones. All right. And, you know, it's good stuff. Number two, you don't have to watch advertisements. When I run them, usually I run at least one ad break during the course of my major streams. You don't have to watch those. All right. Number three, you get the sub-crown chat badge, right? It's the crown that you can start at bronze, and then after 3 months of support, it's silver. After 6 months of support, it's gold. And then after a year of support, it becomes gold with rubies encrusted on it. It's pretty sweet. So it's pretty cool, and, you know, everyone who is a sub really enjoys it. It's a good way to support the channel, so please consider subbing. 16 more subs today, and we can top the goal, the tier 2 goal. What will happen if we do that? Well, I'm going to make a funny video for you guys. I'm going to go ahead and find a really silly kind of as seen on TV style product. And I'm going to find one that's just like really ridiculous. And I'm going to try it out in a funny video. Just like I did, remember back in January, I did the wax vac. Yes, I'm sure a handheld vacuum gun can really suck earwax out of your ear. It didn't work out as intended. So we're going to make another, I'm going to make another video like that if we hit the goal. All right. Should be pretty good. So please consider subbing. Thank you guys very much for your support this month. All right. And then last but not least, guys, you may have heard me mention tipping. And you're like, well, how do I tip? I don't understand, because I'm here on Twitch right now watching. And I see the option to cheer with bits, and I see the option to subscribe, but I don't see anything about tipping. What's that? Well, there's two ways that you can tip me during a stream. You can either look below the stream. If you're here live on Twitch right now as I'm streaming, you'll see a grid of information under the stream, including things like links to my YouTube channel, DSPGaming, or my personal website, thekingofhate.com. You may also see the stream rules. And that's important that you read those stream rules and understand them, okay? But also, there's a link there to the tip section. If you click on it, it's a picture of me posing with Pokemon. It'll take you to my PayPal tips page, where you can either leave an anonymous tip or your name and a shout-out if you'd like to get an actual shout-out during the course of the stream, all right? Now, if you looked below the stream now, and you're like, well, none of that's there. What are you talking about, Phil? Chances are you're on the mobile version of the site, like you're on a phone or whatever, right? If that's the case, if you just type in !tip into the stream chat, boom, Nightbot, our moderation bot, will put up the link. You can click on that link, and you can tip via that method as well, all right? There you go. So thanks, guys, very much. And let's now get to shout-outs. Let's do shout-outs for everyone who has cheered so far this morning. All right, sound good? And then we will begin with the gameplay. All right, so we start off with YOLO Dopper, who cheered and said, don't worry too much, Phil. It should pass the manual review. I think he's talking about videos getting content, videos being demonetized on YouTube. It's not so much the fact that it might eventually pass a manual review. What you guys got to realize, in particular, when you're playing a brand new game like God of War, probably within the first 3 days, my God of War playthrough will get its most views. After, say, 2 to 3 days, that's it. Now it tapers off big time. And sadly, if videos get demonetized and don't get reviewed for several days, now you're in a pickle because you're not making any money. However, the good news is, guys, like I said, there were like 5 videos that seemed to be demonetized last night that instantly, when I put them up for appeal, were overturned. So maybe there's some good to the system. Maybe they've changed it or fixed it for the better. I don't know. At least in that realm, it seems like things are going slightly better on YouTube. So at least that's something good, right? Just Gamer John cheered and said, 420 for 420. That's right, guys. Today's 420. Yes, let's get this out of the way, everyone. For the stoner culture, for those who like to smoke weed and herp-a-derp, congratulations. It's Happy 420 Day. You can now smoke them. See, here's the thing. I live in Washington State. Weed is legal here. I'm not even kidding you. I could drive 5 minutes and walk into a special store that sells all kinds of weed, and I can buy it legally. Just below in that same building, there's another store that sells bongs. 1 million pipes, bongs, 1 million. It's legal here. It's like a recreational hobby, you know, just like you go to a liquor store and you could buy different glasses to drink liquor out of, you know, and then you could buy the liquor to drink in it. It's the same thing here in Washington. It's no different. So for me, 420 Blaze It Weed Day, it's nothing special. This is like normal life for people in Washington State. If they want to do it, they can do it whenever they want. I realize for a lot of you that's not the case, all right? I definitely realize to a lot of you, you know, weed is still, oh my God, it's taboo. And, you know, it's not here. It's very much kind of just normal stuff. It's hilarious, though, because, like, there's people who do it right. Oh, I like to smoke weed, and I do it nice and respectful at home or whatever. Then you fucking go to a store, and you'll be, like, next to a guy. He looks like he hasn't had a shower in, like, 4 weeks. And he smells like it so bad. And he's always the same kind of guy, too. Completely unshaven. Usually has a long, unkept beard. Okay? A hoodie. I swear to God, they always look exactly the same. It's like the stereotypical pothead of Washington State, right? And it's like, what on earth? Like, dude, go home, take a shower, get some self-respect. It's okay if you smoke weed. It's legal here. But at least, you know, be respectful to the people around you. Not everyone wants to smell it all day. You know, it stinks. Freaking stinks, man. But anyway, I don't do it. I don't smoke up. Because I don't. My lungs, first of all, I have weaker lungs. I lived in a household where my mom smoked my entire life when I was a kid. So my lungs are weak from secondhand smoke. I don't like the feeling of smoke in my mouth, lungs, or anywhere near me. So I personally don't like weed. Now, that's my personal preference. I have no, you know, qualms with people who do it legally or whatever. That's okay. You know, I don't want people to think I'm some kind of a freaking super prude anti-drug guy. I'm not. But at the same time, you know what? The way I think of it, everything in moderation, just like drinking and everything. You do it at the right time, you do it the right way, and you don't go overboard, it's fine. But if you're constantly smoking weed, it's a problem, right? So there you go, just like everything else. Okay. Now everyone's saying edibles in the stream chat. Yes, that's what I want to do, sit around eating pop brownies all day. Guys, usually I don't even eat brownies at all. Let me tell you guys, it was actually hard for me these past couple of weeks since my birthday to eat that birthday cake that Kat made for me because I almost never eat sweets. So it was like the first day was amazing. The next few days were good. And then after about a week of eating it, I was like, God damn, there's still like 4 pieces left. I don't even want this anymore. I'm burnt out on sweets. I don't want this, man. That's how I am. So... all right, anyway, let's continue. Nick just cheered. He says, when you dispute a copyright claim, YouTube will give you the ads until the copyright holder responds. The demonetized review may work in the same way. Yeah, I mean, maybe that's the case. Maybe now YouTube has fixed it so that, right, if it says, oh, you've been demonetized, and, you know, oh, well, I want to review this. I don't think this should have been demonetized. Maybe it puts the ads back on the video until it's reviewed. I don't know. I actually don't know. But that would be a major change to the process because it was never like that. It used to always be, you're just demonetized no matter what. And when we eventually get around to reviewing your video, you know, then we'll put ads back on it. So maybe, Nick, you're right. Maybe YouTube has internally changed the system. However, just par for the course with YouTube, they didn't tell anyone that. This is the major problem with YouTube. Zero transparency. They don't communicate at all. It's not like they don't communicate well. They don't communicate at all. They just make sweeping changes behind the scenes and tell no one. You know, people who make their livings on the site, people with millions of subscribers, they don't know shit. YouTube doesn't tell anyone anything. That's one of the major problems with their website. So, orcs are dorks. Cheered 50 bits and says, the funniest part is when someone makes a troll video about your playthrough, they'll get ads on it, but not you. That's the other thing, too. That does happen. You're right, because what they'll do, right, they'll edit out certain parts of the playthrough, okay? So they won't have the cutscene with the music. They'll just edit out the few times when I died, right? Oh, look, Phil failed. Phil montage of Phil's videos. They get full monetization and make money on my content. But I can't make money on my own Let's Play. Isn't that nice? That's good. YouTube's amazing system, folks. Amazing. Shout out to what? Anyway, I can't read it because I think that this guy's trying to fool me into saying something racist, which I'm not going to say. He says, I don't know what YouTube has to do with anything. I'm just here for Kratos' side. Yeah, it's a troll. It's someone who's trying to get me to say something racist with their name. So, luckily, I'm not stupid. Mr. Papavera, what's going on, man? He cheered. He said, Phil, happy 420. Sorry about the YouTube nonsense. Again, seems like the company has gotten completely lazy, at least for channels that don't have 100 million subs, hoping for a fun launch stream, and congrats on 10 years. Thank you, Mr. Papavera. Good to see you. I haven't seen you in a while, so good to see you back. Random Ron cheered. He said, let's be frank. All of us are trying to find a substitute for YouTube. There's no room for growth on the site for small channels or anyone with creativity. Yup. You're absolutely right, Random Ron. If number one, if you're not already huge, you can't succeed. And number two, it doesn't matter if you're creative or not. The website only promotes negative, drama, toxic content with their algorithms. That's how they've set up their own website to only promote negative shit. And that's their own fault. That's what happens when you have an automated website and a lazy workforce. I don't know what else to say. Conan the Barbarian cheered. I said, good afternoon. Just joined the stream. Great stream last night. Hope you're refreshed and ready to go. Thank you, Conan, for the cheer. Appreciate that. Big Tone did a 50-bit cheer. Said, hashtag God of War hype. Thank you, Big Tone. Level Up Gamer cheered and said, Phil, I posted up some fan art on the forums. I tried to give myself credit and put my Twitter handle on it. Did I make the watermark too big or did the art just suck? I noticed you didn't pick it. I don't know what art is yours, Level Up Gamer. So I can't answer your question. What I know is I picked the artwork that, number one, looked the best, and number two, obviously wasn't meant to be trolling. Like, there's some guy who continuously posts up fan art with bit pictures all over it, trying to get me in trouble with Twitch for having bits on pre-stream artwork. I mean, it's obvious that's what he's doing. I've talked to him about it, and he does it again anyway, just to be an idiot. So it is what it is. But I don't think you're that person. I don't know. Maybe I just didn't see your art. I did thoroughly review the art that was posted. So I need more information. You know, if you want to tweet me and let me know, or email me at darksidephil@hotmail.com and let me know what artwork was yours, I can take a look at it. But I used basically the stuff that looked like it was legit and could be used without any repercussions. So there you go. Woomy Girl, who I guess used to be Sergeant Woomy, right? Woomy Girl just did a 420-bit cheer in honor of 420 and said, hi, Philly. Happy Weed Day. It happens to be my birthday, too. Excuse me. She didn't burp. I did. All right. That was me. Just want to make it clear the record here, clear the air. That was not her belching disgustingly. That was me. And she says, can you sing me a birthday song? Let's see. Woomy, woomy, woomy. Your birthday is today. But now it's 420, so smoke weed every day. Hey! Okay, there you go. Jack Spartacus just cheered. I said, this artwork is great. Squid Doritos Cheese Squid. I think that he did a emote, and I didn't get to see it. Muxie doesn't show you all the emotes. There you go. Woomy Girl cheered again and said, winners don't use drugs, champions do. There you go. Level Up Gamer cheered. He said, we got passed in Massachusetts last year, but it's the same crap. Going to a store, you smell weed, the same type of guy, and you walk down the street past a house that smells like a dirty bong. Wow. You know what? You know, there's just some people who know how to take care of their stuff, and there's some people who don't. You know, I smoke weed, but, you know, I don't have to have my house smell like a bong, right? You know what I mean? Now, that's not me saying that, but I'm just saying there's some people who are, you know, they're respectful. They want their house to be a nice place. You know, ladies and gentlemen, every once in a while I drink. That doesn't mean my house is just bereft with empty beer bottles and fucking liquor containers and dirty glasses all over the house. And the house doesn't smell like an empty, you know, beer keg. You know? Some people just don't know how to take care of their shit. Or themselves, sadly. That's what I mean. Like, it's all in moderation. There's a certain kind of person who I think can handle the personal responsibility of using a controlled substance. And there's some people who just can't. You know? I don't know. For me, I've never had an issue with it. I guess some people just have an issue with moderation and taking care of it, so. All right, Big Tone just cheered and said you could put it in anything, man. Have her cook dinner with it. Yeah. Kat, well, first of all, Kat is also not into smoking, not into drugs and stuff. Every once in a while, she'll have a drink with me, and that's the extent of it, okay? That's the major extent of it. Like, we're totally not into drug use and stuff like that. Again, I'm not anti. If you are into weed or whatever, that's okay. But personally, we're not into it. So, no, we're not going to start eating edibles in all of our food and shit. Ridiculous. Conan the Barbarian just cheered and said, I hope all the YouTube shit doesn't affect your playthrough of this amazing game. Well, the bottom line is, Conan, the good news is, since I live stream this is, to me, the live stream is the main event. If you can be there live, if you can check it out live, you see it unedited, you're going to get to hear all the music, right? You're going to get to see and hear everything. On YouTube these days, you never even know what's going to happen. You don't even know, a video could be muted completely because YouTube just think, oh, content ID, right? It sucks. So really, this is the main event, the place to be, which is why I was trying to emphasize earlier on the stream, you know, this is what I want to do full time. This is where I want my focus to be. And I'm very appreciative of you guys being supportive on streams with things like cheers, subs, and tips, with things like pledging to my Patreon, with things like my Teespring, spreading the word about my streams and, you know, promoting me on social media and stuff like that. All those things are the things that keep me here every day and allow me to do this for a job. So thank you guys for that. Understand that YouTube really is the past for me. And, you know, no, I'm not going to abandon the thousands of people who still watch my stuff on YouTube. But there's no way I can make YouTube my focus when I have no control over anything that happens on YouTube with all the garbage that happens over there. All right. Okay, fair enough. All right. And then shout out to ISD Captain, excuse me. He says, do you think that YouTube is walking the same path as MySpace? Meaning they're screwing up like MySpace did and Facebook came and took over. I mean, yeah. I mean, if you want a more, I don't know if you could have a more ample comparison. Because if you guys remember, first you had Friendster, right? Anyone remember Friendster? And Friendster really was the first mainstream social network, all right? But it was very bare bones and very weird. I mean, in a lot of ways, it was just like a over-glorified AOL friends list, like from an AOL Instant Messenger. It was very odd. And people liked it because it was the first of its kind. But then MySpace came along and added a big personal page where you could have a timeline of information and you could have tons of posts and things up on your MySpace wall and stuff like that. And it took over. And MySpace was like, I'd say probably for at least 5 years, MySpace was the big thing for social media. Before we even called it social media, we didn't even know what to call it. MySpace was the dominating factor, right? But then, much like YouTube, MySpace fell out of favor as people were like, man, I really don't like how intrusive MySpace is. Every time I click on a MySpace page, fucking blaringly loud music plays, advertisements pop up in my goddamn face. You know, MySpace is really falling off. This is not good anymore. And then, boom, what happened? Facebook came by, and Facebook said, we're going to improve upon the model of MySpace. We're not necessarily going to innovate so much, but we're just going to take what other people have done, right, and bite that idea, and we're going to change it and tweak it a little bit and add some features, and we're going to make it better. And then, boom, Facebook completely took over and destroyed, like, MySpace. No one even talks about it or knows about it anymore, right? It's done. You know, and it's funny because I'm serious. For about 5 years, it was ginormous, huge, ginormous, gigantic on the internet. And now it's like no one even knows it existed. Vlad Radu says we call that the cycle of empires, rise, age of glory, and then the fall. Well, I hate to say it. I really do hate to say it. But sadly, I do think this is, you know, we're at the precipice of the fall of YouTube. What we just need is something to step up to be the better version of YouTube, which has not happened. We've had a few, you know, challengers to the throne like Blip TV, Dailymotion, and none of them can really hold a candle to what YouTube offers right now. And it's funny because YouTube knows, they know that they're in trouble. Like, they've tried to venture and dabble into other things. They tried to do live streaming. They actually did some math, and they found out live streaming game services, Twitch is 78% of the market, okay? No, I take that back. I think Twitch is 72%, and YouTube's like 16 or 17%, and then like 1% is all other contenders. So YouTube can't even do 1/5 of what Twitch does. Despite the fact they're the biggest video sharing website, no one really goes to YouTube for live streaming, okay? And then YouTube's, oh, we're going to sell television subscriptions with YouTube TV, and no one does that shit. Oh, we're going to YouTube Red so you don't see ad. No one pays for that. You know what I mean? Like, yes, of course, there'll be a few hundred, a few thousand. But in general, none of that stuff has ever been successful. The only reason they're successful is because they're the biggest video sharing website that has unlimited funding from Google, period. If they didn't have that, any competitor would come and knock them out of the water. So all it's taking is one person or one company to step up and say, here's something better. You're going to see everyone jump ship. No one wants to deal with their shit anymore. All right, and shout out to Level Up Gamer who cheered and said, I will tweet you the art and my handle on the King Hate forums. And to go back to God of War, I dig your idea that his son isn't real. It's strange that he always makes sure his son hasn't been directly confronted by a person yet. Yeah, I mean, I hate to say it, but if you're watching the playthrough so far, it almost seems like the son has not had a direct conversation or really like direct interaction with anyone, or the little interaction he had, like at the very end of last night's stream, we met Brock the blacksmith. The only interaction the son had was that there was an animal, the blacksmith's pack animal was like being agitated, and the son seemed to know why the animal was agitated. And I think he said one word to Brock. He was like, "What's the animal's name?" And Brock responded. But again, if Kratos is nuts, which is my theory I'm going with, which could be completely wrong, by the way. I just made it, I'm just surmising. If Kratos is nuts, he lost his mind after the events of, the original God of War trilogy, and this son doesn't really exist, all right? He could easily fabricate a little bit of dialogue here or there in his head, right, between the kid and other people. Now, if there's a major interaction later in the game, like let's say the kid is directly kidnapped and now Kratos has to go off and save the kid or something, that would be different, and I would believe, okay, the kid's real. But so far in the first 2.5 hours, I see no evidence whatsoever to prove this kid even exists. Okay? I don't know. I don't believe it. So, we'll see. We'll keep going. We'll keep going, I guess. YOLO Opportunities, I think YouTube would have been gone long ago if they didn't have funding. No, I mean, yeah. If YouTube didn't have unlimited funds to be able to take in the amount of videos they do on a daily basis, no one would use them. No one would. It's just that because they are the #1 website where you can go upload your video and immediately it's live with no policing or anything. That's why people use it. Alex Master Cheer, he said, Brock asked Atreus directly if he was going to become a killer like his father. Yeah, but this is what I mean. You see what I mean? There was nothing significant that's happened yet with the son. That's just little talk conversation. It's not like, oh, Kratos is fighting an enemy and Kratos is about to die and the son somehow comes up and kills the enemy himself, and that's how, it happened. Even then, I guess you could say Kratos imagined it. He really killed the enemy. So I don't know. I don't know. I have no idea. Again, just my theory. I could be completely off base, but I'm trying to keep like this in the back of my mind. I get the feeling this game's going to have that kind of like a twist, a mind fuck, Because how is it we have no idea who this kid is? It just doesn't make sense. No idea. And all of a sudden, mysteriously, the mother's dead at the beginning of the game. I don't know, man. It's just like I said last night. With Kratos and how emotionally bereft Kratos was in the original God of War trilogy over the fact that he lost control of his rage and he ended up killing his own family, right? I couldn't ever foresee Kratos being with another woman. He'd be like, no, there's no way, he's so, #1, overcome with emotion, regret, remorse, rage over what the gods did to him and the events of the past. How would he now take on another woman to be his lover and or wife and have another kid? I just don't see it happening, Maybe I'm wrong. But again, I just don't believe that at all. I think it's bullshit. I think something's going on. I don't think this kid is real. I think there's the whole thing. Again, why is he in the Norse gods territory to begin with? Why the fuck is he here? We don't know yet. Maybe we'll find out. But it just seems to me something's going on behind the scenes here, right? Maybe someone's pulling the strings. I don't know. But I guess we'll see. All right, guys. So that is it for the pre-stream. I thank you guys very much for your support on the pre-stream. All right. Again, if you guys love what I do, thanks very much for your support. Please let everyone know about these streams. The more people who know, the more people who come by, the better. I'll be playing God of War all week. I'm playing it today. Tomorrow's my day off, but I'm playing God of War all day today. I'm playing it Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. I'm going to keep playing it every day. There's going to be a session of God of War. So it's going to be a lot of fun this next week, regardless of any garbage I go through with the stupid ass YouTube nonsense. I'm still going to be here sharing my gameplay experience live with you every day. So, all right, guys, thank you. And I think it's time to start. Sound good? All right, let's do it. Let's start up with God of War.